From the Detroit Free Press, it's Thursday, January 28th. Here are today's top stories, presented by Bush's Fresh Food Market. Calling all foodies, Bush's is hiring. Are you passionate about food, looking for growth, development, and excellent wages? Come grow with Bush's and apply online at bushes.com/join-our-team. That's Bush's, BUSCHS.com/join-our-team.
I'm Dave Boucher with the Detroit Free Press. The challenges facing Michigan cannot be overcome unless elected officials put aside politics and work together, Governor Gretchen Whitmer said Wednesday in her annual State of the State address. She said lawmakers and the governor found ways to work together last year, and they must do so again.
Let's tap into that same energy and end the pandemic, revitalize our economy, and get our kids back in school.
In a speech that ran less than 30 minutes, the governor did not unveil a litany of bold new policy initiatives. Instead, she remembered Michiganders who died from COVID-19, highlighted legislative wins from last year, and noted promises for the future. Those plans include ramping up the vaccine rollout, getting students back into classrooms, and giving aid to workers and businesses. The call for unity came on a day when legislative Republicans took retaliatory actions aimed at curbing Whitmer's executive power. The Senate blocked 13 of her appointments, and the House GOP tied $2 billion in federal education money to a law that would strip the governor and the state health department of emergency health powers. The moves signal a possibly drawn-out political battle.
I'm Frank Witzel with the Detroit Free Press. A group of cannabis testing labs is warning marijuana for sale in Michigan is contaminated with mold and yeast. Moreover, the state is no longer allowing a specific marijuana testing method. But the Michigan Cannabis Industry Association said Wednesday it disagrees with the lab group's findings, saying the state's move to pause one of the methods to test for contaminants was made out of an abundance of caution, but there's no evidence the pot is actually tainted. Pot contamination is a serious concern. Pathogenic microorganisms on cannabis can be harmful if inhaled, especially if taken by a cancer patient receiving chemotherapy who may have a weakened immune system. Last year, state regulators recalled marijuana products sold at dispensaries in Detroit and Kalamazoo after failing lab tests for mold and bacteria, and Lansing because of chemical contamination. The Michigan Information and Research Service reported Michigan Coalition of Independent Cannabis Testing Laboratories said there's a ton of contaminated cannabis on the shelves. The state regulatory agency, however, had little to publicly say about the issue. There's no product recall at this time, the agency said in an email to the Free Press. As always, any consumer should report any adverse reaction to any marijuana product to the local retail location and or the Michigan Regulatory Agency.
I'm Kirkland Crawford with the Free Press Sports Department, looking ahead, finally, to the return of Michigan State basketball. The Spartans have had their last 3 games postponed as they wrestle with COVID-19 within the program. But as things stand right now, they are scheduled to take on Rutgers tonight in New Jersey. And to go along with the health issues the team has faced, the Spartans find themselves on the bubble right now for the NCAA tournament, and they need some wins. Coach Tom Izzo, one of the 19 people within the program to contract COVID in the last few months, is proud of how his team has handled this unprecedented season.
It's been kind of enlightening to me to see how 20-year-olds that we condemn a lot of times or say how immature they are on some things, and some they are, Twitter, but whatever. But for the most part, just got to get my commercial in. But for the most part, the way these guys have handled it, to me, has been unbelievable. And so every day I get to practice, I kind of appreciate the energy they bring and the fact that they want to be there and the fact that they've followed the protocol about as good as anybody I'd ask. And again, I don't live with them 24 hours a day. But I'll be honest with you, I am very comfortable in my skin and their skin on what I've heard, what I've seen, and what they're doing. And sometimes, like I'm living proof, it doesn't really matter.
For more stories from the Detroit Free Press, be sure to check out freep.com. That's FREEP.com. If you're a fan and want to support our quality local journalism, subscribe. Go to freep.com/special offer.